another exciting episode of Video Game BANG. Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Cory Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items in my job, he can play it right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game BANG.
What is up, my pizzas? How's it going, everybody? This is gonna be a good show. You can tell because all the bad part has already happened. It all happened way before the podcast listeners got spared. But I want to thank the Filmlosophers for not knowing how to use the studio properly.
Wow, already just
yeah.
gonna drive that bus right over.
Let's just go, Eddie from the Filmlosophers.
Jeez,
you're terrible. You've just had your VGB Studios privileges revoked because you made the show roughly about 30 minutes late. Screw you. But we have we have good stuff happening because we have returning all the way from down under. Your mom.
Wow.
Jeez, and she's back with a vengeance. She hasn't let up on me this whole time. She's just been nailing me.
Okay.
Ivy Doomkitty, what's up?
Hey, you guys miss me?
I'm not gonna lie. It was nice not having people talk about my mom.
Ivy, are you just like known for talking about his mother?
She's mean, but we're gonna get to one thing. I guess she did something nice for me. We'll see. Apparently, she got me something from Australia, but I am very suspicious that it's a troll. So we'll get to that one. Sitting across from me, the man with the plan, Stan, Aaron Carter. What's up?
What's happening, everybody? Kind of feels like it's been a while since it's been here.
Well, we haven't had the original lineup in a while. Where's David Webb?
David Dead is still, I don't know, still a part of The Walking Dead.
He said he's hanging out with
Chat's saying this is fake Webb.
Wow. Well, we have a fake Webb every week, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all white people look the same to me anyways.
Oh, man.
This one is slightly more handsome. Take that for however you mean it.
I thank you.
This is a man crush? Is this what you were talking about?
No, this
last
is not
episode?
a man crush.
Okay,
no, I only have eyes for one man.
That's horrendous. But whatever.
But this guy, he's really cool, and we met through a few different ways. Fate has brought us together. The Overwatch servers threw us together a few times. We had a mutual friend in Jay Gist. The man goes to the same church that I go to. Chris Fuller, what's up?
What's happening, everyone?
Look at that voice. You give Aaron a run for his money.
No one can take that title. I'll be the understudy, but he's the king.
So give us a little background on yourself so people just get an idea of where you're coming from.
Well, I'm a longtime nerd. Love pretty much everything about video game and nerd culture. I've been a competitive fighting game player for almost 10 years now. So that's kind of where I really get my, teeth sunk into the deeper parts of the gaming community in the competitive realms. But I played games my whole life. Grew up with the NES all the way through and played all the systems. So
your claim to fame, as we talked about before the show.
Oh no!
And this is awesome. I mean, if you're gonna lose to someone, like, do it on the biggest stage on stream. You played some rounds against Snake Eyes and who?
Chris G, who NCR last year, the Capcom Pro Tour event that we have here in Sacramento. It's a premier event. It's pretty sweet. I actually had the opportunity to play Snake Eyes on stream. Got one round off him. It was pretty sweet. Actually, we didn't talk about this earlier, too, if we're going to talk claim to fame. I actually got to play Daigo at EVO this year.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah,
nice.
So I played, I made it all the way through winners for the first, it was probably 9 rounds, and then we played, I took a round off of him, which was pretty cool. I thought I probably had a chance to go take another game, but the frustrating part was the whole time, right, Daigo's this big name dude, Street Fighter and EVO. Every single one of his matches was on stream, except for ours.
Oh. Wow.
So I have the video clip on my phone, but so I do have proof, but it was pretty sweet. I played, if anyone out there follows the FGC, I actually beat Choco Blanca, EGE's Choco Blanca, to get out in winners, so that was pretty cool. And then the funny story about that was the next day we were kind of playing casuals on one of the side setups, and her husband is Momochi, who's just considered one of the 2D gods of the fighting game community. And he just came in, and I was like, introduced myself, like, hey, I'm Fuller. He goes, I know. Choco's my wife, and proceeded to give me the biggest whooping I've ever had in my whole life.
Wow.
Like his family honor was on the line, and he just it was bad. But
so you didn't see you're a bigger man than I, because as soon as he said Choco's my wife, and I was like, oh, the one I smashed. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then you couldn't tell me nothing then.
Yeah, at that point, I kind of sensed it coming, you know what I mean? So, and I knew he was probably trying to give a scout to his Japanese buddy, because I was playing him second round that day, and I don't know, it was a good experience. It was fun. So,
well, it looks like as we can see, Ivy's pulled out the wine. Is that what kind of night it's going to be?
Already,
It's grape juice. Oh, thank you.
She's hitting the bottle early. You just had a crazy, awesome time, I'm assuming, in Australia. Give us the highlights.
The entire trip was the highlight.
Well,
so then recap.
okay. Never mind then. We don't want to know.
Okay. So quick. All right. Let's see. It was a long ass flight. That was not a highlight. The food was mind-blowingly amazing. Oh my god.
A lot of
All right,
Vegemite.
I'm sorry, America. I love you, but you got nothing on the quality that Australia has and the pride that they put behind their food.
You clearly have never been to a Chondo's Tacos. That's.
I want to know what this
Anyhow.
means. How is the food that much better? I mean, shouldn't there be
Because
bad cooks and good cooks
the
everywhere?
majority of it is like it's either organic or it's sourced in Australia. They avoid importing as best that they can, so everything is like locally grown, and chefs go and shop for all of their ingredients themselves, or they grow their own things. Everything's just really fresh, so it's pretty good. They do a lot of avocado toast there.
Wow.
Poached eggs, things like that. Kangaroo, we ate kangaroo.
Wait.
The same one you were petting?
I was gonna say, yeah, you were in some pictures.
Maybe it was like maybe it's like when you go to a lobster joint and it's like the big lobster tank where it's like pick your own lobster. Maybe it's like a pick your own kangaroo.
That's the most disturbing thing.
That's messed up.
That's the most disturbing thing you could have ever done. So, in one picture, you are petting Kangaroo Jack and having a good old time. The next day,
he was holding my little hand. He was holding my hand.
Cut to you have his brother in hamburger form.
Yes, his mom.
Jeez.
Okay.
Heartless.
I know, right?
What about the con, at least? What's a con like?
Let's go back to the food. Hold on.
Oh, my God.
I got like 12 more food stories.
No. I took my sister to this Aboriginal restaurant that had 18 courses of food. Like 18 courses, 18 plates. So it was an 18-course dinner with, she's legal to drink out there too. So we did the wine pairing as well, which means 18 glasses of wine, full glasses of wine. Jeez. And man, it was so good. They gave us kangaroo tenderloin. We got kangaroo tendons. Yeah, kangaroo tendons that were fried, so it tastes a lot like chicharron. And then we also got...
Wait, what'd you call me? What'd you just call me?
A chicharron, fool.
How dare you?
And then they fed us this one fish that's from there that I forgot the name of it, but there were these little pepper flakes all over it. And mind you, I'm maybe 8 or 9 glasses in at this point. And so I'm 8 or 9 glasses in, and the chef is coming out explaining each time a dish comes out, the chef comes out with the dish and explains it. And he's like, oh yeah, this is this kind of fish and it's got this sauce and this or that. And he's like, and those are something, something, something ants. So there were ants that they sprinkled on our dish.
And you paid for this food.
Hell yeah.
So you paid to eat ants.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was amazing. It was so good. They were very citrusy, and they paired very well with the fish that we were eating.
All right, next time you go to McDonald's, I'm just gonna have a pocket full of ants. I'm gonna put them on your Big Mac, and you're gonna say it's the best thing you've ever had.
It's not the
almost
same.
90% sure there's already ants and everything that's at McDonald's anyway. So
But it was so good. But here's the creepy part, okay? Like, if that's not creepy, like, this is a creepy part. So, well, before that, so I'm telling Amy in my semi-drunken state, I'm like, they get you drunk so that by the time the ants come out, you don't even care. You'll eat whatever they give you. And I was just super drunk. But anywho, at the very end of our dinner, we're telling them thank you and everything, whatever, and they give us our little menu. And I needed to satisfy my curiosity, so I asked them, how do you guys kill the ants? How do you guys prepare them? And they're like, oh, well, we don't kill them. What? We actually just put them, we put a little colony, a thing of them, in the refrigerator, and they go to sleep. They're dormant. So
you ate live sleeping
ants. I ate live sleeping ants, yeah.
That's terrible.
That's the way I've always wanted to go out, honestly.
It was really good.
If I can choose the way I die, it would be
live
asleep in Ivy's mouth.
All right. That's that took a left, hard left there.
Oh,
Speaking of a hard left, we have a lot of show to get to.
Yeah.
I still have the soundboard here, just in case you guys were all wondering.
Oh no, I don't think anybody was wondering.
You didn't want it's Borat, Aaron.
Man.
I was concerned there for a moment.
See,
well, that's why we're gonna do this right now.
good lord.
Oh man, caught me off guard yet again. Oh jeez. Jeez Louise.
Whattcha Playin?
That is, of course, the Whattcha Playin theme song. Let's start going around the table. For Fuller, who has never been here before, I have to explain the rules. Basically, what happens when Whattcha Playin theme song comes on, we go around the room, round robin, and then we start talking about the games we've been playing.
Wow.
All right.
Well,
okay.
All right then.
Most of the time, tabletop games you go clockwise, so I was expecting turn, so.
That's actually very. Yeah.
So are we going counterclockwise here, just for the official rules?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So I've been on hiatus. I normally play in Hearthstone and Overwatch, but I've just been 100% in Street Fighter lately. So getting ready for NCR.
Because you're gonna play in NorCal Regionals.
Yep.
Did they already release pools?
No, I don't think so. There's another big major this weekend, West Coast Warzone down in SoCal. So I think they're waiting for that to be done, give people an extra week for registration.
Who's the big names that are going to be out here?
Oh, it's probably everyone because it's a premier event. So, you have all the EG guys, the the Echo Fox guys. It's just, Justin Wong, PR Balrog, all the NorCal, people, Filipino Champ, and imagine Ricky Ortiz. She's going to be here. Pretty much everyone, I would imagine. And
you are going to go head to head. Is it just for fun at this point, or do you go in there really believing you could win? Because I always wonder this, especially when I go to the Smash tournament and it was an open when there was over 500 people there who apply, and it's always the same 32 people. When all these 500 go, do they go thinking, I just want to go see how I do against the pros, or do they go in there thinking, I'm going to win, I can take these guys down?
There's certainly a spectrum there. I think you have those players that go in and just really enjoy the community and playing. They just kind of go in and see what happens. Then you have the, up-and-comers that are just seeing how far they can go. And then I would kind of put myself where whoever I go against, I'm ready. You know what I mean? I back in Street Fighter 4, I used to play a lot more, and I probably have 15 to 20 tournament wins under my belt. So kind of on that cusp of, if it's going against Justin Wong, I'm ready to posterize him. You know what I mean? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But so I'm pretty confident. We'll see what happens.
So you go in trying to win. You want to win.
Oh yeah.
I like that mentality.
Who doesn't go?
I think you'd be surprised. I think there's a lot of people who go there that really don't think they have a chance, and they're just there for funsies.
Yeah, I'd tell them to leave at the door. You got to go, man. You're not in the zone.
Aaron Carter, what have you been playing?
Ghost Recon. Lots and lots of Ghost Recon. That game is very addictive. And it's keeping my mind off of Mass Effect.
Do you have a group of people you play with regularly, or do you just jump on there?
Just Webb or Jerry? No. Actually, I just saw a thing where you can see the stats of how long you've played, single player or multiplayer, and I've played almost 99% of just multiplayer. I have not done any single player. That game is meant to be played with others. The AI in there is not that smart. They're only kind of good for one thing. And that's it. But me and Webb were knocking out missions yesterday, day before yesterday, and it just holds up. It's fun. Like I don't know what to say. Like it's kind of sneaking its way into that game of the year category. So
oh my god, here we go.
Kind of sneaking its way.
This is your
into
worst year by far. You're so wrong on just about everything you talk about.
Literally one game.
Literally everything. You just said that this game has a chance to be
Mass
game of the year.
Effect.
No idea.
Mass Effect.
Can I just pull this back real quick? Did you guys really think that Overwatch had a chance to take it from Uncharted?
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Blizzard backing something and actually coming out with a good game.
And I've always been of the opinion that game of the year is reserved for the game that defines the year, not necessarily being like the best story of the year or being the best gameplay even. Mm-hmm. But when you look at that year, 2016, it's like that was the year of Overwatch that it began and took off.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Ivy Doomkitty, I know you were on the road, but you had to have been playing something.
I have been. Wait, it's on? Yeah, cool. Sorry, I went on mute for a bit because I was typing a lot, so I wanted to make sure you guys didn't hear that.
As she starts
I played a crap ton of Pokemon.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, and I got myself a Kangaskhan.
In Australia?
Yeah.
How hard was it to find?
I literally got this thing an hour before I boarded my flight to leave.
Oh, wow.
Were you
The
trying
entire
the
time I was searching for the damn thing, and I finally got it at the very end.
So now what happens?
Kangaskhan!
You came, you saw, you conquered.
You can only get one in Australia.
And you only caught one, so you can't trade it to anybody.
Asia. Correct, but there's a loophole.
You can only use it in Australia?
Wait, did you find...
No. My sister... Okay, my sister didn't catch one, so what she's actually going to do is she's going to trade accounts with a couple of the friends that we have out in Australia so that she can catch a Tauros for them, and they're going to catch her a bunch of Kangaskhan's for her.
Oh, wow. That's cheating.
What the...
That is cheating.
That's
it is.
cheating.
And this is your family.
I didn't say which sister.
Wow.
Okay.
It's the one we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's not that reputable in the family.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Redheaded stepchild. That's all I've been playing. I hopped on for Overwatch for about an hour earlier this week and found that I don't know if I'm saying her name properly. Orisa was on my thingamabobber, so I played with her for a bit, and she's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I do like her. She's fun.
Were you playing ranked or were you just playing quick plays?
It was just a quick play. I hopped in for like an hour and then I went back to sleep because I'm still jet lagged.
What are you thinking of her so far? Have you gotten to play since she came out yet?
I like her, but I feel like, honestly, when I was playing as her, it felt like she's a lot stronger than a lot of the characters. It was just, I don't know.
Do you usually go as tanks though?
No.
No, so then...
No, I'm usually support. I usually play Mercy.
Oh, well then, yeah, it's definitely a switch.
Yeah, but it was just like butter. Like, I was just killing everybody, and it was easy, and I didn't expect it to be that easy. I wanted some kind of a challenge.
I haven't got a chance to use her yet. I don't know. I don't even think I've actually updated the game to have her on there. Unless my PlayStation is auto-updated, Overwatch, but... I've just been all distracted away from that game.
I played Overwatch today. Was I out of town recently? I'm so lost. I'm like confused.
Weren't you out of town like last week?
Yeah, I think Saturday, right? Weren't you?
Yeah, where was I?
You were in LA. You were in LA while I was in Australia.
That's right. So I was in LA, came back. I haven't had too much. I've been catching up on work, but I did finally get to lay my ground back in Overwatch today, and it was just a depressing day. Like, after I played, I really felt borderline depressed.
Like from the game?
Why?
From the game.
Well, that's how video games are supposed to make you feel.
I don't even know how to explain it. Like
was it from a losing streak?
Yeah, I was like on a 3-game losing streak, but every game it was rough because I'd get in. I was playing the characters I wanted to play as. The team comps weren't garbage. The people all communicated, but we just lost every single time. And after the third time, different groups of people each time, I just got really depressed, and I don't know what to do with myself anymore.
You should stop playing Overwatch for a while.
Yeah, I get that going Street Fighter a lot because you get that points rank, like that syndrome of I got to get the points and you lose it and you feel super bad. But you just have to realize that your value is not your score, like it's not your SR. You know what I mean? Like you're
That's sad that's the thing. You have to realize you are not your SR.
You know,
score.
but it's the truth if you think about it. Like at least with me, like when I'm dropping, like I dropped out a diamond, like this sucks. You know what I mean? I'm terrible, and then it just
And see that there should never be a moment like that in a video game,
right?
Where you're that attached to your rank or your score or whatever that it affects you outside of the actual game. Like that should not be a thing.
It did. It hit me really hard. I don't even know if you could tell when you got here because I just like rage quit as soon as you got here, and I was trying to like mask my depression.
I thought you just woke up.
So what you're saying is you're a poor sport.
Wow.
You know what? I did. Okay.
That's sad.
Ivy's breaking me down here because in my third match, I got so toxic. I got so toxic.
So you're a sore loser and a sore winner.
Yeah, pretty much. The team muted me. They're all like, "Report this asshole."
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
No.
I got it was bad, and like I didn't care. I was like, "I'm so done with this game. I give up. Season 4 is just not my season."
I can't think of a game that I've ever just been like,
It's because I care so much, Aaron.
Nah, I don't think that's it. I do not think that is. If you didn't lose any rank or anything like that, I think you would have been fine. Just like, okay, I lost, because think about Call of Duty. You may quit after losing like a couple of matches in a row, but you'll come back to it like, the next night and be like, let's try it all over again.
This game messes with my emotions.
And that's terrible. Should not do that unless it's a story-driven game, and that's why it's messing with your emotions. I don't know, Final Fantasy VII when they killed what's her name?
Well, Nismonic, he got my back. He said that's how I feel when I play Smite.
That's a lie. Smite is a happy game.
No, I mean I believe any game, if you care enough about it, can break you down like that. I just think you're not
caring enough about the game.
Yeah, and I don't think you've ever hit a level to where
you rage quit.
Yeah, like
well, I
you
was
don't
like
get that.
that
You
with,
don't commit that much to the games.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I get that because I mean when I was playing was Metroid Prime when it first came out. It was a while ago. I would get so frustrated and so pissed off just playing the game that I'm violent when I get angry. I throw my controller and scream to high heaven, and it's not a pretty sight. So I get it to a degree.
Aaron, have you ever like thrown a controller?
No, I think maybe I'm just more emotionally stable than the rest of you guys. Maybe that's just it.
Fuller, have you broken anything? Have you ever thrown a controller?
Oh, I've definitely busted some arcade sticks in my day. It's a sad admission, but definitely
it happens.
That's what the show's about.
No,
That's what this show is about. It's about admitting our emotions, Aaron.
Let's pause that. Let's not go that it happens thing.
It does happen.
That sounds
just
like,
let it happen.
That sounds like an issue that we need to work it out, people. You should not be breaking a physical object over a video game.
I remember doing it in Tekken. I was playing Tekken 3, and I could not beat a particular guy.
Hold on, real quick. Were you an Eddie player?
Yeah, of course.
Who is it? I just knew. Somehow I knew it.
I loved Eddie.
Yep.
And I could not get through it, and it was the story mode, and I needed to beat it on a certain level to unlock a character or something, so there's like no way around it. And I grinded to get there, and if you quit, I mean, you can't go back.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you could save and then come back. And I slammed my controller on the little table in front of me so hard, it split.
Oh, man.
Feels bad, man.
It did. I had to explain that one to my parents. Aaron, you're telling me this has never happened to you?
Not one time in my whole video gaming career that I've ever been so upset with a game that I felt like I need to, break my controller.
Punch anything?
No. I can't.
So you said
honestly, I
so,
can't.
So what you mean is you've never felt that deep passion for that game, that love, that
and then also
level of betrayal when the game turns on you.
Also, I mean, I'm good at video games, so I don't really lose too much. I mean, I'm just I don't know what that feeling is. It's kind of tough.
Chat's calling you a liar.
Bring it, chat.
Man.
You know what? There are people that are in the chat and people in my personal life that just know whenever I play video games, I will get frustrated, because I play a lot of FIFA, and when I used to play FIFA, I don't know, like 10 or 11 or something like that online versus people. There are
people
hundreds
cheating.
of people. Yeah, they're better skill and everything. I still wouldn't get that frustrated. It would be irritating, definitely. It's definitely irritating. I'm not saying it wouldn't affect me in any old way, but not to the point where I lose my cool. Like, I can't. I don't know.
What's happening here is we just realized we need to have another installment for the show that Aaron counsels support group for Nerd Rage gamers.
I could. I think I could because I know a lot of them. There's one uncounselable though. Noel Beltran. He's the
worst. Yeah.
Yeah. He is probably the worst rager I've ever come up against. That would be my defining moment in counseling. You know, like I can have a whole reality show on that one.
He's a Hanzo.
He's
main.
unstable.
He's a legitimate Hanzo main.
Awesome guy, but unstable.
But a Hanzo main.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next segment. I don't have a theme song for it, but it's what did Ivy get me from Australia?
Wow.
What did I get you from Australia?
Yeah. So my prediction is that I'm getting this one from Aaron that it's kangaroo feces.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
It's got to be something like that.
Very close. Very, very close.
It's got to be something at least with fecal matter on it.
All I know is when Gandalf saw these, he started to play with them, and it kind of I didn't know how to feel about it.
That's a spoiler. I know exactly what it is now. As you can see, she's hanging up in front of the camera a sack of kangaroo testicles.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they've been next to an anus.
Hefty.
Teabagging at its finest. Dude, I've teabagged my sister with these, and my cat, and my mom.
This is why
before she knew what it was.
This is why we can't have nice things.
And that's a keychain.
It's a keychain. It's balls.
So,
yeah.
Australians just walk around with kangaroo balls on their keys.
They're actually really soft.
Okay. All right.
But my cat was licking these, and I didn't know how to feel about that. But yeah, look, it's kangaroo scrotum, and look at where it's red on the picture.
And so there's some kangaroo out there just going around without balls.
Oh no, the whole thing was.
She
killed.
ate them.
She ate them. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
That is despicable.
Genuine Australian souvenir.
Kangaroo scrotum.
Wow.
See where the balls are nice and red?
I mean, technically, shouldn't the tag say it was grown in Australia?
Yeah, grown in
Australia. It
Australia.
says this genuine product was harvested and processed in accordance with NP and WS rules and regulations.
What the hell is that? They have regulations on ball snipping?
Well, I'm not going to sniff these. There's this little hole, though, right here. I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah, that's a man thing.
You guys with balls.
Yeah, that's a man
What
thing.
is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have that.
We all have that small hole
in
our testicles.
That little hole?
And actually, they must have trimmed them because those are not nowhere near as hairy as my testicles.
All right, what's the next segment? Where's that next segment? Yeah.
Oh, wait, but that's not what I got you. I got that for myself.
Sick. You got the balls for yourself. Okay.
That was totally for myself. It's a wonderful conversation piece.
Yeah, it'll spark a conversation, definitely.
Right in the middle of the coffee table.
Yes.
This is what I got you. I got you a didgeridoo. You guys.
Oh, what? That is awesome. So, Aaron, I will let you use it, and we can have a didgeridoo battle.
What? Why would I use
And it's hand painted, which is really cool.
That is awesome.
That looks
dope. Yeah, I don't know how you play it or anything, but I'm sure there's videos on it.
Probably.
So
you didn't ask one of the local.
So can you play us a tune on it real quick?
I don't know how.
No, just try.
I don't even know. You just blow?
I don't know. You picked it up. You were the one who went from Australia. You're the expert.
I don't know.
GIF material.
I was going to say, get your recording ready, people.
Get those Twitch clips ready, boys.
I don't know. Do this.
You gotta try it. Do it for Reddit.
Gonna see that cosplayer Ivy Doomkitty smokes marijuana live on Twitch.
Bong, doesn't it? No.
That's exactly.
It looks like a bong. It looks like a bong.
It does look like a wooden bong.
No.
I think I don't know. Man. Let me see. Okay, so there's it's open ended. What's the other end look like?
It's another hole.
That's what a didgeridoo is?
It's just two holes, man.
Just two holes?
It's just two holes in a
So what if you just Go.
Like, I know you're supposed to kind of blow into like another surface because something with the sound. I don't know.
Of course, we get a follow up for that. Of course, somebody likes it. Well, I'm going to follow this channel now. Thank you.
I can't do it.
Until we get the didgeridoo in
Hey, someone subbed.
Yeah.
I swear, if photos of this pop up online, I'm going to personally go to your house and teabag you with the kangaroo balls.
This is the
and then
Twitch
make you
community,
eat them.
so I'm pretty sure it's already up. Like it's already done. It's done. Dark the Duck just did it. He just confirmed it.
No.
Well, this is a video game talk show.
Is it now?
Yeah. Believe it or not.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Are we on Facebook Live?
I think so.
No, you're not. I've been trying to.
Oh yeah, we are now.
Quietly ask you.
Yep, we're on Facebook Live. Good call, Ivy.
Well, Facebook missed out on something awesome.
Yeah, they did. They missed
That's
out on.
why, if you're listening to the podcast, you gotta check us out on Twitch.
I don't know how to do this, but you guys suck. No clips being made.
The Australian edition.
So, without any further ado. Ivy's Didgeridoo. I got one laugh. That's all I needed. Well, Webb is gone, but he was fortunate enough, or we are fortunate enough, that he decided to grace us with some news stories while he's hanging out with his quote-unquote friends. Doing the honors, your very own Aaron Carter.
Wow. Put me on the spot while I was looking at his quote-unquote friends he just posted a picture of.
Oh, did he really? Let's see who these bitches are.
First of all, let's be respectful.
Are they women?
One is.
Okay. Then we're in the clear.
What's it matter if they're women or not?
Well, I said bitches, so if I call a woman a bitch, that's kind of bad.
No, gee.
But if I call a dude a bitch, it's like, whatever.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
Still pretty bad.
Let's see. I'm going to look at these people, and then we're going to evaluate what they look like.
Is it on his Instagram?
That's terrible. How we've devolved into judging people on a podcast.
And don't judge people on their looks. That's not nice.
No, we're not going to judge them. We're just going to shame them.
Okay, that's even.
We're just going to judge them and call it a different name.
Yeah, exactly.
And as you do that, I will be doing this over your head.
You just teabag. We're going to go to Ivy Cam so chat can see you teabagging the camera. That's awful.
Yeah.
What's the first story?
First story is Mass Effect Andromeda's face-fixing patch is officially live, everybody. As of 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, version 1.0 of Mass Effect Andromeda is officially available in the PlayStation Store, Xbox, and PC. A slew of new notes alongside with the patch and fixing other features. Just to go over some of them, they added an option to skip autopilot sequence in the Galaxy map. Multiplayer balancing and changes, fix some bugs with the music and the voiceovers, fix various collision issues. If you've ever played the game, then you know you clip through a lot of different things. Fix some save issues. I guess people were having problems with saves.
So we looked at some of these. We watched a before-after patch, and they are a step in the right direction.
Yeah. It's still upsetting that it took you guys an update to fix this type of thing. It should have been day one. This should have been a day one thing.
Did you guys put a lot of hours in that game?
I put a lot of hour into this thing. Yeah.
So, Chris, not Webb, Aaron here doesn't buy games day one. He's kind of a cheapskate.
That's not cheapskate. It's just
some
smart.
Would call him
reasonable.
a hobo. Some call him financially insufficient. But
incorrect.
Call it whatever you will. He does not buy games day one. Yet he predicted this was going to be game of the year, bought it day one, and was thoroughly disappointed.
Now, knowing the history of Mass Effect, have you ever played any of the Mass Effect games?
I actually haven't. I'm kind of ashamed.
Don't.
Okay.
You're not missing.
So no. He said you have. You said right. Or
I
you
have not.
Have not. Okay. So Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 are good games, right? Yes, they're
1
still
and
good
2.
games. And then actually, 1 and 2 and 3 are good games. Number 3 had a bad ending, which was the last 5 minutes of the game, but the rest of the game was still a good game.
Okay.
I was in it. I was like, this is a good game, and then they kind of just screwed you over at the end.
So is it like Lost series ending bad? You ever watch the show?
No, I don't.
All right, well, sorry to derail you. Continue with your point.
So all previous evidence that I have is positive. So I see the new one, I see the trailer, I see the gameplay of the new one, which just looks like the old one, just with new story and new features. What else am I supposed to expect? I'm expecting another massive hit.
Yet you were duped.
But they didn't. They failed to show its flaws, and of course, that's marketing 101.
Yeah.
You don't show the bad stuff. So when it came out, of course, bad things, were abound everywhere. I couldn't predict that. No one can predict that. You can only go off the evidence that's given to you before. So that's what I did. I made an educated guess, and I was wrong. That's all it is.
Okay.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah. That all that to say, Aaron is very poor.
I think no.
So what Aaron's saying is he's not happy with the game.
Oh, I'm not happy with the game in its current state. Correct.
Ivy.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
but this is coming after how many conversations that we've had where you've over and over and over said that the Mass Effect franchise is like the best game, the best franchise ever, blah, blah, blah. When we go back and forth on if KOTOR is better or if Mass Effect
Well, Mass
is
Effect
better.
1, 2, and 3 are still better.
No.
But
I
you
will-
have to take the whole thing
I will
as a
stand-
whole.
I will
Like
stand
you
by
have
that.
to include this one though.
I don't know if you have to include this one if it wasn't developed by the same team.
Yeah, you do.
And it
because
wasn't.
You
KOTOR,
do.
both of
Yes, you
KOTOR
do.
games were different developers, and they still managed to be awesome.
Not better.
Yeah,
than
like
Mass
they were
Effect
good.
series.
Like the second one was good. I mean, it wasn't mind blowing like the first one, but it was still good.
Mechanically. it
Whereas
was
this
better.
one, you're saying that the new Mass Effect sucks balls.
Yeah.
Like kangaroo balls.
And-
Big
okay.
I've
kangaroo
put an
balls.
hour. I've put an hour into it.
And Aaron does not have much money.
I don't know where you
Just
even
get that.
that.
Let's just put that out there.
After I previously dropped another 50 on
So
the game.
I don't know if we
right
talked
before.
about this, but how's your financial situation, Aaron? I don't know if
bad.
we talked about it
It's
yet.
quite
It's bad.
stable actually. Actually, it's
Okay.
better than I expected.
Aaron bashing aside, I just find it funny that he's practically a hobo. But
I think what Cory's thing, what he's hung up on is that finally, after the 4 years of doing this show, I finally am wrong about one
Yes!
thing.
I'm
That's
so
what it
happy,
is. Took
and
4
not even like a
years.
little bit
Yep.
wrong, where you can even like try because you've been wrong. Don't get it twisted. You've been wrong plenty of times, but you usually have an out of something where you were like, "Oh, I wasn't fully committed to this or that," or you can get out of it. You're a sneaky little beaver, is what you
Wow.
are. And this time you got caught. For once, you have no outs. You were absolutely wrong 100% of the way, and I feel great about it.
But I don't know why you take victory in this. It's not like
It's
somebody,
not like I have a lot.
took a match from you in Street Fighter,
I mean, at least
which I did do that on him.
he,
His birthday.
he doesn't have any Overwatch victories to really lean upon.
No.
Try and tear you down.
Wow.
You know that's a sore
Way
subject.
to build it up and then tear it right back down.
Jesus.
Look, here's the thing. Mass Effect is going to do this update. I don't know how much it's going to fix it. I haven't even updated the game myself. I'm going to play the single player a little bit more to see how it fixed it, if it did fix it. And they said this isn't it. This is like the first. And they're like really going to work, I guess, to patch over this stuff. But I think it's so far it's suffering from the Destiny syndrome where they screwed you over in the beginning, and we'll see what happens in the end.
Next story.
Let's see. Let's go to Overwatch teasing April 12 reveal. That's what Webb put here. Blizzard.
Okay,
is
so
gearing up
yeah, I got this.
for
one.
an announcement. Go ahead.
There's a new event coming up, and it's
Wait for what?
What's
for,
happening?
for Overwatch?
Rosh Hashanah? Is that what's happening?
no, actually,
What's going on?
finally, I don't think it's based off of any holidays or anything.
Oh, so
April
it's,
12th?
Yeah,
It's like 4 days before Easter.
yeah.
there you go.
Well, I mean, they're not calling it like the risen son of Jesus like comes back or Easter Bunny, madness.
Have they done any religious actual
Christmas.
holidays? No, but that was more Hallmark Christmas, not like a religious type of.
No, you didn't see Jesus 76?
It would have been probably Jesus and Yada. If
he
anything.
runs around and he shoots across at people. It's really cool.
I know they're going to stay away from any religion.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
There's
that's
no
just-
chance they're touching out of the 10-foot pole.
They're not going to do any of that, yeah.
But this one,
So what's going on?
it's
What's going
called like King's Row.
And it's April 12th, right?
King's Row Uprising.
April 12th, correct?
I believe it is.
So, in my calendar, just so far, it says there's nothing actually special about the
Here-
12th of April.
Not that I know of, unless you found some.
Nope, I see nothing so far.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a day. I
Yeah.
think we can put that one to bed. It's just another day. But what they're saying it's going to be is another event, sort of like Junkenstein. So there's going to be
Ooh.
They think there's going to be a PVE thing where you're taking on a bunch of Omnics.
Dude, that was so much fun. That was, I think that was my favorite event out of all the ones they've been doing thus far. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah, the Junkenstein was actually pretty fun
Yeah.
to play.
What did you like about it, Ivy?
It felt a little more interactive. You know, like there was, I mean, they all have a theme, but with this one there was actually story that went with it. You know, so you're going into this castle and you're, you know, fighting Dr. Junkenstein, and, you know, you're trying to beat all of these Omnics and Reaper, you know, and Mercy and all that. But I just liked the idea of there being some story behind it, you know, versus all of the other ones really haven't been like that. They've mostly just been, it's like, here's a skin and we're changing the environment a little and that's it. You know, versus this, it's like you're jumping into an actual story.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoyed a lot about it. So if they go with more things like that, where it's more story driven, like I'm all over that.
I think they're also going to add a few skins and stuff. I don't think it's going to be like based around the skins like the other events, but from what I hear, there's going to be a legendary Widowmaker skin, probably a new Tracer one.
Give me another Reaper, please.
Oh, Reaper had his fill. He doesn't need another skin.
Reaper needs more. He can never have enough.
Well, I found out it's National Licorice Day on the 12th.
Oh,
so
that
could
explains
be
it. That's got to be it.
If it's not that, there are actually 4 other ones. It's National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day, so it could be themed around that. It's National Big Wind Day, so it could be some, I don't know.
Do you even know what that is?
Big wind?
I'm
Like
thinking it's something to do
breaking
with
wind?
Fujin, the god of wind, or something like that. National Bookmobile Day.
See, that's the only thing that I know Smite has attributed to your life in a positive way.
What?
Like your knowledge of gods.
Well, Fujin was from Mortal Kombat.
Was he?
Yes.
Regardless, a video game is all you know about history.
Wow.
You know, speaking of which, Aaron, I'm going to interrupt here. Did you know that I was asked to be a guest speaker at a college?
I did, because you put it on all your social media.
Yep, I knew that too. I saw that.
It wasn't an example of how not to be?
Yes, pretty much. Man, he is here with the birds.
You know, I immediately regret my decision.
I think
I will say this. You know
I'm
what?
sorry.
I will say this. Cory, I am proud of you. Good job. Seriously. Like, I mean that. Like, from here. Like, keep it up. You're doing good.
I was nervous going into this. I was super duper nervous because, like,
When is it?
well, I've spoken in front of the masses before. Me and you have done many a panel.
Yes.
And we did the King's game was probably the most amount of people, but this was incredible because it was at a college,
okay.
which I went to for like a week. Like I went to a college, not this college. I went to like a community college, and I hated it because I'm not a school person.
Mm-hmm.
I think school is dumb.
Not dumb,
School's
just not
dumb.
for everybody.
No, okay,
Not
yeah,
for everybody.
You're absolutely right. I have people. Ivy's going to school.
So did you?
Our social media guy goes to school now, and they really enjoy it. Like, it does do awesome things for people. But for me, I've always been intimidated.
Did you think this was going to be one of those things where they put you in some type of robe and then give you an honorary degree or something like that?
No.
Because it was. Explain what it was.
I expected it to be like Criminal Minds. Is that what it's called? What's the Michelle
Some
Pfeiffer movie?
Murderers or something like that? Dangerous Minds?
Dangerous Minds. There we go.
Good Lord.
I was expecting Dangerous Minds.
You thought it was going to be, first of all, what was the topic again before we break this down?
Social media marketing.
Social media marketing. You thought you were going to go in with some gang members and talk about social media marketing at a college.
I don't know, dude. I don't go to college.
Yeah, but nonetheless, why would the gang members be in the social media marketing class? I don't really see Taquan sitting front row like, yo, you know, the Crips ain't being marketed as in a positive light on Facebook and Twitter. How do we do that?
How do we increase the Crips engagement?
Yeah.
No.
I want to show that we're good for the community.
Okay. So when I was parking, it was intimidating because it's a Sac State. It's larger than any campus I've ever been to myself. So like I had to drive. I parked in the wrong spot. I didn't know where I was. I was like right on time. I was, if not like a minute late when I actually got there. And the whole time I'm rushing there, I'm thinking like, I can't teach these guys nothing. Like I'm here as like a guest speaker in a way to teach them from my experiences, I guess. But I'm like, these guys are school kids who like read books about the shit, and I'd never had that kind of knowledge. Mine came from Thugonomics.
First of all,
Thugonomics.
First of all, it's not even. Yeah,
I learned from this. I have a lot of street smarts.
Oh,
did you
God,
at least?
no.
Did you at least
Stop.
tell them? Because I feel like we're in an age now where education can be gained very easily. Like you can go online and learn pretty much anything if you're just dedicated to the research and stuff like that. How did you approach, since you didn't have the formal education for the position you're in? How did you approach these people who are studying? Because I mean, I would have looked at it like inside the Actors Guild, how you have students in front of you, you tell your story on how and what you've been through and accomplished, and then they have questions for you, right? That's
essentially that's the approach I took. I entered the room. They gave me a very nice introduction. They had like a PowerPoint behind me because I guess they did like a little pre-game on what esports is and energy because they had the big logo. And I sat down and I basically just gave them the story. I gave them the story of VGB, a little bit into the how we started.
Chet's saying they're going to end the stream now because it's fake news.
No, they don't like that. I'm reading chat, and I like how they said people with street smarts never say that.
That is very much true.
But I have to tell you, these streets raised me.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
And then it was a Q&A session. But I actually, to my surprise, every question they asked led me to a story. And I was able to answer everything comfortably. I didn't at any point feel like I wasn't able to answer or looked like I was dumb. Unfortunately, every story always ended up like, oh, so I was drunk at a party and I was talking to the dude from IGN and he said that this or that or the other thing. And yeah, most of my stories I was drunk. But regardless, I think I touched some lives.
I think it's a difficult thing to I guess try to teach the social media skills. I would really like to know how a class goes like that, because if you have no actual communication skills and you're just like a very technical person and stuff like that, like how do you teach how to communicate with other people on that
Well, one question I got from a little quiet girl in the back row was like, she said because one of the things that made Energy social media and that I get a lot of credit for is tone of voice.
Okay.
And giving them a tone of voice that kind of shapes what the org stands for in a way. Like before they had no voice. Everything was very generic. And she was asking, how do you get that voice? She's like, because myself, I don't feel like that's something I have. How do you learn to do that?
Yeah.
And I said, you don't. I said, there's a lot of social media gigs out there for companies that and marketing gigs that don't want that voice. And that honestly, 90% of social media marketing jobs wouldn't hire me because I would reflect their brand very poorly.
And those yeah, I can see that.
I told her
for certain companies,
like an insurance company or something like that. Like,
but still, some of those like straight laced companies could want that type of thing as well.
Unless if you're Wendy's.
Right. Wendy's, they spit hot fire on Twitter.
Exactly. No, I agree that most companies need to go that route.
I think they all need to.
I think that's the area I excel in, but there's a lot of companies out there who are a little more straight-laced that wouldn't go that way.
It's probably like AAA.
It's really exciting, though, that you got that opportunity to go in and kind of, so much of this like industry and like the gaming stuff is just, there's so much pioneering to be done, and I went through the formal education. It took me too many years to finish. It wasn't even until my last like 2 semesters that I actually like really invested myself in learning. You know what I mean? It's spent how many thousands of dollars, how many hours, how many years to get this education, and now when I'm finally at a place in my life where I understand where I want to go, now I wish I could go back and turn the dial back 4 years and learn that stuff. So that's still really cool because you guys pioneering with this show and being around the community and all this stuff, like that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty. It was like affirmation, like like the stuff further affirmation of the things that we've been doing here wasn't like a waste of time. Like it really applies to life.
Yeah, it was the same. Like when I did the panel at Comic-Con, the San Diego Comic-Con, and it was on Geektastic, careers and stuff like that, and people were throwing out podcast questions up there, and I was, of course, like Cory said, you just talk about the stories that shaped and molded where you're at now, and I'm still trying to figure out how you get nervous for things like that. Like we've been in some situation. We've been to the CBS, like the major leagues type of stuff in a radio station, and done like one of the biggest podcasts, video game podcasts out there.
Gamertag Radio.
Yeah. You want to drop some names, but
yeah. Danny Pena.
Next to us, it's like, it's night and day type of stuff, and I don't know. To me, it's just like, okay, yeah, I can do this type of stuff, and maybe it's because I have a semi background.
See, here we go back to Aaron Carter. He doesn't rage and break his controllers, and then when he doesn't get nervous, like, are you a human being?
Well, no, because when I was younger,
no, he says, well, no, because when I was younger,
no,
I was abducted by aliens.
When he was a wee lad.
When I was younger, I had to do all this stuff. My very first job literally was speaking in front of tons of people.
I mean, I did theater and stuff, but I was nervous before every show, every time. It's
interesting.
Like I
did not know this.
Is it the public speaking, or was it the unknown kind of context of where you were?
It's always everything. Yeah, it's both. Like it's everything. I get nervous in front of people I don't know. I get nervous speaking every time. I don't understand how that doesn't. Oh, Ivy, you speak in front of people all over the place in countries, foreign and near. Do you get nervous before speaking in front of a group of people?
No.
At all?
Oh, there you go. See?
No.
Be like Ivy.
I generally don't. The only time I get nervous is when I'm on stage to start judging a costume contest.
What?
Because I'm walking. Yeah, like, it's weird. When I go on stage to judge a costume contest, I get really nervous. I freak out. I'm like, crap, I'm going to fall. I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to fumble over my words. And yeah. But when I'm going on stage to do a panel, I'm 100% not nervous. I'm confident in what I'm going to say, and I know the direction that I want to take that conversation. And sometimes I'll go on a little bit tangent, but I always bring it back. But yeah, it doesn't. I don't see that fear when I talk to people, when I'm doing public speaking on a stage. I think the first time I did it, there was a level of nervousness, but it faded away because for me, I started with talking about things that were very sensitive to me, which I feel that's what helped. In terms of my level of comfort, it was almost like you're having an intimate conversation with somebody and you're opening up, so you don't really see a massive crowd of people. You feel like you're just speaking on, like, to me at least, it felt like I was speaking one-on-one with somebody, and I was just sharing my own life experience with somebody and connecting with that person, but that person was actually a room filled with people. And for me at least, I when I'm looking at the crowd, I tend to focus on one person and then move on, like my eyes move around, with the exception of if it's something that's very sensitive, like emotionally, like painful for me, I will look up or down, because if I make that eye contact, I get really emotional,
Okay, I mean, someone in chat asked a very good question. Like, you've done stuff on TV as well. What, do you get nervous for that?
Oh God, yeah. With TV stuff, yeah, absolutely.
To me, that seemed like the easiest thing. Like,
no, that for me makes me nervous because it boils down to editing. So for me, it's okay if I stop talking and if I pause here, but then I make this other comment about this other thing, and because I pause and it's not like a continuous thread or thought, what if they take this piece and this piece and put it together and now it's something completely different? So I get nervous because I worry that I'm going to say something that could be taken out of context or misinterpreted as something else.
See, I wouldn't even think about that stuff. But see, now when you say it
but when
that
it's actually
way,
so that's in terms of speaking. But in terms of being filmed, you know, like, oh, we're going to follow you around and we're going to film you for this thing. Like, it's no big deal because I'm doing what I always do regardless. You know, they're filming me as me. And even when I've done, like, acting things, it's more fun than anything else. You know, you screw up, you redo your lines, you know, you take a few takes. But it's never really been nerve-wracking except for, like, just that first take. That first initial take. And right before you're supposed to say your first set of lines, for me, is always, like, the... holy crap, don't screw this up. And, you know, it's essentially all in your head. But, you know, overall, it's not as scary as I would have thought.
Aaron, what's it going to take to get you nervous? Like, what haven't you done yet? Is there anything on the list, on the old bucket list, that you haven't done yet?
well, I'm not skydiving, so there's that. I don't know. No, it's whenever I've. It's not like I've never been, you know, nervous to do stuff. I used to, but then once I get into something, then it's, you know, I'm just I don't know, I'm cool under pressure, I guess.
Chad is good.
What did Chad say?
Goliath says if you take off your glasses, you get nervous.
Oh no!
I like the one after. Yeah,
I like that one too. But I got a visual that Aaron is just constantly crying underneath his glasses. He's like, he's so scared.
Oh no! Yeah, that might get it.
And then Duck the Dark says Aaron gets scared during a pregnancy test.
That would probably.
And then he does the Maury happy dance when he's clear.
That's a life-changing thing. So yeah, that would be. But when it comes to speaking and stuff like that, I don't know. I thrive on that type of stuff.
I think Cory's definitely in the norm here, though, with being nervous about that stuff. I was actually a tour guide at the state capitol, so I've given a lot of hour-long speeches talking in front of people. I think after a while it goes away with just hours, but it's still kind of nerve-wracking for most people.
And I think this will be a down. Like, you dropped in numbers of people you were talking in front of. Like, you were at the... you know, the Golden One Center.
At the Golden One Center, though, I could, like, block it all out. Like, I was focused on the one thing I was doing, and I could kind of hide behind that, and then, you know, I'll deal with the consequences afterwards. It was easy to drop. Like, but, you know, were you at the practice beforehand?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, like, that was 10 times harder for me to do.
Really?
Yeah. When we did the practice in front of only, like, 5 people, all the people running the show, and they wanted me to give 100% effort, and I was like, this is really awkward because there's like 4 of you, and I'm not going to scream into this microphone into a giant empty arena.
Yeah, you are. That's what you
I couldn't get myself to that place, and then I kind of like told them, I was like, okay, when the lights are on and like the show goes, I'll be ready.
When we get to that, when we're making the VGB movie, okay, because we're going to.
Well, we're not going to be in that. We're going to have people play us.
Well, we have to do, you know, all facets of it. Documentary, the the live action play written by the dude.
Did we figure out who's playing you yet?
Probably me. I don't think anybody can play me.
What about the kid from Star Wars?
Oh, wow, John Boyega?
Yeah, John Boyega as Aaron Carter.
No, I'd be offended if it was a British actor.
Who's playing Ivy?
Who's playing Ivy? Michelle Rodriguez.
You giving him Michelle Rodriguez?
I'll take that.
I'm going Salma Hayek.
I'll take that too. How about their love child?
Who's the mom from
Wait, now you just said
Modern Family?
Oh, Sofia Vergara?
Yeah, I want that thick accent. That's why. Like, Ivy doesn't really have an accent unless she, you know, puts it on, but to have that lady do it all the time.
I don't have that accent at all. I've tried and it sounds so horrible.
And to end the show with this, I got a little show and tell for everybody. My boss, Shaquille O'Neal, sent me some shoes.
He gave you some balls.
This is not a joke. He legitimately, Shaquille O'Neal, sent me a pair of shoes.
I don't know how I feel about those shoes, though.
I can't wear them. I'm in Sacramento territory. These are bright.
Wait. Are you sure he sent those to you? Did he, like, write a note saying,
No,
Cory,
probably not. His
these
people.
are for you.
He has people that do that.
He has people do that for him.
Yeah.
He sent them to everybody in the energy org.
Oh, nice.
So we all got
That's cool.
these Shack Attack shoes. I actually like them, but just not the colors. Shaq, if you're listening, which I know you are,
he is not going to be
Don't.
sending you another pair in King's colors.
Send me the King's colors. Fuller, what's going on this weekend, brother?
Oh, we got the Sac Indie Arcade in West Sacramento. I believe it's at the West Sac Community Center. We got some new indie developers coming out showing some some hot new games they have. I heard there's going to be some tabletop and some card games I'm really pumped about. We're actually going to have a Street Fighter V tournament that Capital Fight District's going to be running, so come and check that out.
Cool. And Sofia Vergara, tell us where people can find you.
Well, you can find me at... I can't.
Wow.
Wasn't that
I
bad?
can't do it.
Wow.
I can't do it. You can find me on all social media as Ivy Doomkitty, and I can't.
All right, for Ivy Doomkitty, Chris Fuller, Aaron Carter,
Shot
my name
away.
is Cory Vincent, and we're going to try and see if we can figure out this Didgeridoo, and you just got bang.